Hi, welcome to your carrier update presented by PowerFleet. I'm Mike Vincent. He's Zach Strickland. What's going on, Zach?
Rejection rates, they were coming down until just this last week and a half.
I feel like there's a holiday coming
There's a holiday coming
Is that
up.
what you're going to tell me?
July 4th.
July 4th. You forgot to mention that.
This weekend, for those of you that didn't know that that was happening. But again, rejection rates had fallen down to about 22.5%.
Yeah.
And this trend line, this overriding trend line had been coming down. The green line explains why this is happening.
Yeah, and we've been talking about that. This is not really a capacity or demand-driven drop.
Right.
This is a rate-driven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Contract rate increases here. Our van contract rate per mile index. It's got a 14-day lag on it to make sure we get enough data there to report the number.
Yeah.
But you can see that rates are increasing dramatically this summer. Shippers are basically saying we're tired of not getting compliance. They're spending 30 to 40% more on the spot market.
Empty shelves, stuff like that, not good.
Spend 5 to 10% more on the contract side to reduce your exposure to that. Less work, less effort. It makes a ton of sense. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
As these rates continue to rise, rejection rates will come down. Does not necessarily mean demand is falling off. Let's take a look at our outbound tender volume index.
Do that.
Real quick, just to show you that it is not falling off.
In fact, we're above 16.
Yep, we're back above 16. This appears to be the theoretical peak, or the ceiling.
It seems to be what we've experienced, right?
Of tenders in the United States. So we're back at another peak level. Not a lot of change in this index since the end of February, really. So demand is still strong right now. And right here you see OTRI coming down, but demand has stayed at the same level. So we're really seeing more freight moving under contract. We're not seeing a loosening environment by any means. You're just
no. I mean, we've got the evidence. There's not more drivers. There's not more capacity out there as far as physical trucks and trailers out there because production is. And we just saw it.
Yeah.
Contract rates have definitely climbed fairly well.
Yeah. So compliance is getting better. Demand isn't going anywhere though.
Yeah.
So let's look at the rest of the country with a map, see where we're seeing some of the tighter pockets.
Now, what is this map here? We've got this is the new ticker.
Yeah, the capacity trend score. All you really need to know about this map is the darker the blue, the tighter the market.
Right on.
The lighter the color, the looser the market.
Got it.
And they're all tight at this point, but the darker the blues indicate that they are the most tight, or the tightest, I should say.
Right.
Atlanta, the southeast, down here around Savannah, even in South Carolina. I mean, think about it. You've got a lot of freight moving out of these large hub markets where carriers are getting into. They're not trying to get into Greenville, South Carolina as much anymore.
No, probably not. There's plenty of freight in Atlanta. You can see the volume is the volume, or market share is the height.
The market share is the height, so that is a representation of the volume.
And Savannah's got I've heard there's a port there.
Yeah, there's a port there, but you know, we've got a lot of tightness down here in the southeast. Ontario, Los Angeles, still relatively tight. So let's look at this on the tree map so you have some numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Up there is going to be your high value capacity trend score numbers, 198.
On the upper left, yeah.
Yep, Dallas, Atlanta, Grand Rapids, all up there. And you see Columbia, South Carolina also up there. And just up the street, Greensboro. A lot of southeastern markets right there.
Yeah, Decatur, Alabama. Yeah, absolutely.
And you saw that on the map, all those dark blues. And down here you're going to have the relatively looser markets, the Pittsburghs, Indianapolis, Lakeland, Florida, of course, a very backhaul market down there in Florida where you get a lot of freight coming in, not a lot going out.
Yeah.
And let's real quick take a look at some of the top 3 markets there.
All right.
Grand Rapids, tender rejection rate jumped from 22 to 32% over the last little bit. Atlanta jumping all the way back over 30%, all-time high there just a few days ago. And then you have Dallas also climbing, like out of the low 20s all the way up to 29% rejection rate. The head haul score showing you how much freight going out in relation to inbound, outbound in relation to inbound. The higher the number, the more outbound there is in relation to the inbound.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Zach, for that update.